Hi, my name is Jenna Hill, and I will be discussing determination of gender, genes, and hormones. Sex organs. Both the male and female sex organs consist of three structure sets: the gonads, the internal genitalia, and the external genitalia. Gonads produce the gametes. The male gonads are the testes, which produce sperm. The female gonads are the ovaries, which produce ova or eggs. The undifferentiated cells of the gonads are known as germ cells. The internal genitalia consists of accessory glands and ducts that connect the gonads to the external genitalia. Sex chromosomes. Sexual development is programmed in the human genome. Every somatic body cell contains 46 chromosomes. This set of chromosomes is called the diploid number because the chromosomes occur in 22 homologous pairs of autosomes and one pair of sex chromosomes. The sex chromosomes are either X or Y. Each egg produced by a female, which is XX, has an X chromosome. Sperm produced by a male, which are XY, have either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome. An XX combination creates a female offspring, and an XY combination creates a male offspring. Chromosomes contain genes. The autosomes direct development of the human body through coding characteristics such as the function of other organs, blood type, and physical appearance. The sex chromosomes contain genes that direct development of internal and external sex organs. Gametes are haploid cells with 23 contained chromosomes. When a sperm and egg combine to form a zygote, the zygote contains a total of 46 chromosomes, with one chromosome of each matched pair coming from the mother and the other from the father. Determining genetic sex. The sex chromosomes inherited determine the genetic sex of an individual. The genetic sex of a female is XX, with one chromosome inherited from each parent. The genetic sex of a male is XY, with one chromosome, which would be the X chromosome, inherited from one parent, which would be the mother, and one Y chromosome inherited from the other parent, which would be the father. The Y chromosome is responsible for the development of the male reproductive organs. The presence of the Y chromosome means that the embryo will become male, even if there are multiple X chromosomes within the zygote. The sex of an early embryo is difficult to determine because reproductive structures don't differentiate until the 7th week of development. Before differentiation, the embryonic tissues are considered bipotential because they cannot be identified as male or female. The bipotential gonad has an outer cortex and an inner medulla. In the presence of specific signals, the medulla develops into testes, but in the absence of these specific signals, the cortex differentiates into ovaries. This specific signal is typically the sex-determining region of the Y chromosome shown here, which is commonly called the SRY gene. Male sex hormones. The SRY gene leads to the testes development. However, the testicular development does not require any male sex hormones such as testosterone. Furthermore, the developing embryo cannot secrete testosterone until after the gonads differentiate into testes. They then begin to secrete three hormones that influence development of the male internal and external genitalia. Testicular Sertoli cells secrete glycoprotein anti-Mullerian hormone, which is commonly known as AMH. Testicular Leydig cells secrete the two androgens, which are testosterone and its derivative dihydrotestosterone, which is commonly called DHT. Testosterone and DHT are the dominant steroid hormones in males. DHT is responsible for many male characteristics, such as the external genitalia. Exposure of non-genital tissues to testosterone during development of embryos has masculating effects, such as altering the brain's responsiveness to certain hormones associated with gender identity and sexual behaviors. Female sex hormones. In the absence of AMH, the Mullerian ducts develop into the upper portion of the vagina, the uterus, and the fallopian tubes. In addition, the absence of DHT leads to female external genitalia. The female external genitalia development does not require estrogen, but estrogen will later influence the initial onset of the menstrual cycle in women. and here are some references, including the links to the images that were used in this presentation.